Bills defensive line, hot talking point here. We know a lot about the edge, but the inside of the defensive front is often overlooked. I don't think it should be for the Bills. More from a philosophical standpoint, what type of player in this draft class should Brandon Beane be targeting?
Well, the Bills have their up-the-field pass rusher with Ed Oliver, and they've liked the Star Latulilas, the Quentin Jeffersons, the Jordan Phillips, the big body who can eat blockers and allow Ed Oliver to be in those one-on-one situations. We've seen the Bills mostly go the veteran route with that player. This would be the draft to look at that player and pick him, the 315 to 330-plus pounder, to be that nose tackle next to Ed Oliver.
Yeah. More beef in the middle. I think it will certainly help against the run, and I think it certainly could help in the pass rush as well. Specifically, back end of the first round, we know it's not necessarily going to be a blue chipper, but who are some names that could be their interior defensive line in the back end?
The name that makes the most sense is Kenneth Grant from Michigan. 6'3", 330 pounds, but he kind of plays like Jordan Phillips. He wants to be an up-the-field pass rusher. Just because of his size and his length, he is just naturally very good against the run. And another name that we'll see how these guys test, but a little bit later staying in the Big Ten, C.J. West from Indiana. Very tenacious, great run stuffer, and in 2024 showed some ability to use his hands to push the pocket and disrupt the quarterback.
Never thought I'd hear Indiana maybe as a first-round pick as well. Cornerback could potentially be an opening on this Bills defense with Rasul Douglas set to be a free agent. Even if it's maybe not first round, but early, maybe even second round, they got a couple picks. Who are some names to maybe keep an eye on?
Yeah, azareye'h Thomas from Florida State. He's over 6 foot, 190-something pounds, long arms. I think the Bills philosophically are probably going to look for more traits at the cornerback position ahead of the zone instincts that we've seen really for the duration of the Sean McDermott era. So he would be first on my list in that range, late first, early second, or even late second. Darian Porter from Iowa State is another big, long cornerback. Kind of reminds me of Tariq Woolen of the Seattle Seahawks, where he is a linear freak, very long arms, and can match up in man-to-man coverage. And one other name, very buzzed about name here in Indianapolis, Notre Dame's Benjamin Morrison, because on film, the mirroring, the press man ability is a top 15 caliber in terms of where he could go, but he's been injured multiple times in high school and then at Notre Dame didn't finish out his final season. He could be a player that if he slides down close to pick 30, the Bills could maybe ascend a few selections and get their cornerback one of the future.
Which we've seen them do in the past. I'm sure Bills fans hope, though, the result would be different this time around. Here at the NFL Combine with CBS Sports' Chris Trapasso, I'm John Scott for Channel 2 Sports.